Hey, welcome. It's episode 18 of That Marketing Show. My name is Matt Coffey. The show is brought to you by the Coffee Group. Hey, I wanted to get back to a few of those folks who have made some really good comments. I've got some emails as well, and actually handwritten letters now. People coming in and asking certain questions about digital media strategy. A lot of ideas floating out there on what's next. Of course, we had the interview with Gary Vaynerchuk just a couple episodes ago. A lot of good discussion in that. So I was thinking about this, and this came up actually, again, another customer experience, another onboarding a client. And I really wanted to talk about power goals. I think this is one of the things that we need to really start to really think about here, which is the digital experience. Okay, so the digital experience is really what's going to be driving the next level of our world from a, if you're in marketing, or if you're in this business, or if you're a small or mid-sized business and you're trying to understand how to reach out to customers and differentiate yourself. The digital experience for the consumer is where the entire landscape of the internet marketing world is sort of moving to. Now, I think in traditional media, when you look at billboards, TV, radio, the traditional level, that's not going to necessarily disappear. But what's going to happen is that the experience from people searching online and finding a product or service, or finding a situation where they're looking to find a solution for their problem, or find a service related to what they need, the experience that they have online is going to now try and replicate the experience they have offline. So what I'm trying to get at here is that the information that's out there, there's so much information on the internet now, to the nth degree, and pricing has become a big challenge for a lot of businesses, because people can look online and compare hundreds of different pricing schedules from different providers and services and products, and they're already educated to the point when they come to see you, either if they find you online or offline, they're pretty well, they got what they kind of know. I mean, they're going to be at the point where they've been educated to a level that when they're discussing stuff with you, the real difference is going to be their experience with you. And as I said before, this is coming from a client situation where, one of our onboarding new clients was, all these customers complain, about the pricing and all this stuff around the center of this pricing dialogue. And what it really was saying to me is that you haven't given them the experience, because you're just another red, blue, or green. You're a color of, a different type of website, you're just another phone number with a guy with a picture who's got a, hammer in his hand. So I think the reality is the experience is now what's going to drive consumer decision. Because if pricing is all the same, trust, authenticity, transparency, the things that create emotional connections, and I've kind of harped on this before in I think the last video, which is I think what's going to happen, and I think what you're going to see, is that there is going to be platforms generated. Now, this show is a good example of a platform. So this is a platform to talk about marketing and strategy and all the things that relate around the digital economy and what we're living through as we kind of grow through this experience of working through sort of the next level of marketing, away from the traditional. We're going into the digital media. But the reality is that we're coming to a point where platforms, and this is why I wrote Power Goals, the digital experience and the platform is now going to be your way to market. Because what you're going to want to do is you want to give the end user, consumer or business or client, the digital experience that they will now transfer that emotional scenario over to other people. Because if you can get people to talk about your product, talk about your service, talk about your website, talk about that environment that's created. Now, we have a lot of people talking about these videos, right? So does video enter into a strategy into a platform for a business. I think if you look at where Google has positioned Google TV, the way that YouTube is growing, I think really we're talking about an evolution of now bringing content, not only video, but social and video, and obviously, all the traditional search values and SEO and pay-per-click. It's got to be wrapped around a platform, and that platform is going to be the content-driven, emotional strategy that will connect consumers to other consumers. So what we've done in the social environment with Facebook and so forth, the business strategy now has to mirror that in order to grow and be a platform. So it's the driving of engagement, which really is where this has ended up. The engagement level to try and bring the relevance to the emotional attachment that someone has to a brand. And when I mean brand, is that if you have a platform and you're able to now emotionally put people over the fence of trust and authenticity that's brought out from the platform, now you're going to have a comprehensive leadership position in the market space, because you're taking advantage of the tools. And a lot of these are free tools. It's not like you have to spend a lot of money. This effort, and you can't, to do push-ups, you can't say, okay, I'm going to do push-ups, and just that you talk about push-ups. You actually have to put the effort in, right? You have to do a push-up. So I think that's what really this is coming down to, is that people who put the effort into building their platform now and to establish themselves as a leader in the community of whether it's a national company or in a vertical, or if it's a local company in the specific geo-targeted area, if you can become a leader and transfer and engage your clients through this platform, through these tools, social and video, and to drive an ability to have that customer get to be familiar with you, even if it's in a digital environment, you're going to be a lot further down the road than your competitors. Hope this helps. We'll see you in the next episode.